Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone back to another episode of CSGO News. This is the series where I show and tell you what's been going on in the CSGO community for this past week. That, of course, can have anything to do with the CSGO pro scene. Let's just say someone leaves and then joins a new team. It affects a lot of different things, especially the CSGO economy. We also talk about CSGO investing, where something goes up or down in a very short period of time. You're not sure if it's stable enough to invest in, safe enough, or maybe volatile in price. We look over all the data and information to try and give you a better answer. We also talk about miscellaneous past previous updates that you may have missed, and of course the future of CSGO update-wise. Things that may happen in the next couple of days or said weeks based on leaks, rumors, and more. As it goes for today's video, we're pretty much going to be touching all bases, which is very interesting. Not as much the pro scene because nothing has really happened. The CSGO player count has peaked from when it did in 2021, which is pretty crazy, and yet there's still no big CSGO update.
Now today's video sponsor is of course SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is currently the easiest and also fastest way you can buy, but most importantly trade your CSGO skins. All you have to do is make sure you have your trade link, and on your first trade, if you have a leftover balance, it goes towards your current balance that can be used the next time you end up trading skins. It has 3 ways you can inspect, but most importantly has a very in-depth inspect feature that you can see corners on a Karambit, for an example, that you can't really see otherwise unless you have the item in-game. If you end up topping up your balance, make sure to use promo code MANDO to get up to a 35% deposit bonus and a free $5 on the first trade.
What I want to firstly take a look at for today's video is the CSGO investing scene, also the CSGO market. How are things doing, like major stickers, cases, liquids, knives, and some more. What I'll firstly touch on is the past 2 previous majors, that being Stockholm and Antwerp. They've been a pretty big limelight on my channel the past couple of weeks for very good reason. I know there's a lot of people invested in them, including myself. People have questions on why these things are going up, why some stickers and capsules are volatile, and if what we've seen the past couple of weeks is real or fake. Stockholm at this point, I think, is pretty firm on its prices, so if you're wanting to buy or sell, they seem to be pretty stable. Stockholm up until this week, well, it's pretty much been the opposite. It's been going up and down, and for good news on this, at this point in time, every single capsule is over retail price, and for the majority of them, besides a couple, they're all profitable, which is pretty insane to consider, because last week, even then, only there was a couple capsules that were profitable, such as the Legends Autograph capsule and the Autograph Contenders. First couple of things to note with these capsules as well, the quantity is decreasing quite a bit, the prices are also up a lot. Why is that? Well, it's very simple. Stockholm is now considered Stockholm. Capsules are getting extremely pricey alongside the holos and, well, all those stickers that year. Because of that, people want an alternative that's extremely cheap, that being Antwerp, and, well, it's still pretty cheap at the time. You also have Rio that's out at this moment, and no one really cares about those stickers. They're not interesting. They look a little crappy compared to at least these anyway. The past 10 years, people wanted transparent backgrounds. We finally got them. One of the years was overinvested, one of the years it wasn't. If you take a look at Rio stickers in the market, the majority of the ones from Antwerp are actually almost the exact same price, if not a little cheaper. And what's extremely cheaper, but also has gone up a lot, is some of those glitter stickers. They've doubled, tripled, quadrupled up in price, but they've only gone up maybe 5 to 20 cents depending on the sticker. That's still a lot though if you bought in bulk. At this point in time, we're not 100% sure if these prices are stable, but from my guesstimation, I would say they are, just based on the fact that Stockholms are. People are going to want a cheaper alternative, so they're going to go into Antwerp. Now, buying into Antwerp, in my personal opinion, you have potential here, a lot more than Stockholm, especially if you've already missed that boat. As it goes for selling, I would keep holding the next few weeks. Once again, if you need that money, definitely go for it. You could possibly buy in. The application rates are pretty high right now for Antwerp as well, which is also nice. They're going up, at least compared to what they were a couple months ago. The Antwerp holos are also something to note. These have been going up pretty crazy as well. Because these are so rare to get, especially for some of these autographs, there's like a 1 in 200 chance or more to get one of these. So that's making people open more capsules, which is obviously driving down the supply, which is rising the price. The rock sticker has doubled in the past couple of weeks, and as well as the simple monoseam, as well as the other autographs. This is where Antwerp kind of shines, is these autographs. It's pretty much the only affordable, good-looking year for transparent autographs, and most likely the only one we'll have for the next 10 years as well. So that's why they're rising up in price. People are finally seeing the potential with those. The Cloud9 holo, this was also a bubble ready to be popped. This was a $2 to $6 sticker for the longest time. It is now currently sitting at $11 per sticker, which is pretty cool. If you have any of these, I would just keep holding. Investing at this point, especially for some of these holos, I would wait the next couple of days, maybe a week or so, to see what these prices look like. I told people to do that with Stockholm. It did the complete opposite, where it shot up. Only reason I suggest that is when something goes up back quickly in a very short period of time, usually they can go down, and most of the time they do, in the exact same time period. Stepping away from Stockholm and Antwerp, we have Krakow 2017, specifically the capsules. These were $70 to $100 just a couple of months ago. This was also a time where people weren't really interested in Stockholm and Antwerp because, well, they weren't really going up in price, and that's the main reason. Whenever something does go up in price, that's when it gets more eyes, because people are like, oh, I could have made money, or I can make money on that because I have it. The Challenger Stickers capsule is now $50 and the Legends is $33, but they're currently rising from the past week. Reasons behind that: there's a very low quantity, it's easy to manipulate, and also drive up and down the price throughout the day because there's so little on the market. I also think people see the potential with these stickers, specifically from Stockholm and Antwerp. Because they're so cheap, people are interested in those at the moment. Give it some more time, they will rise because they are rare and they do look very good. Liquids have gone down a decent amount. I've checked my inventory, for an example, on Buff. There's some things that have gone down, but for the most part, we're good to go. A couple weeks ago, I reported my Karambit Tire Tooth went down almost $100. It's kind of rebounded, gone from $850 to around $930, which is very nice. A lot of other knives that aren't so liquid, more so than new ones, have actually started to go down a little bit, which is interesting, but I think this is just a small dip. I think it's going to keep rising. Main reason behind that, which we'll get into very soon, is the player count. It keeps rising despite the lack of updates. Lastly, for the CSGO market investing is, of course, cases. These things have not moved really at all. The reason behind that, well, I don't really know. I just don't think people are really interested in them at the moment. They are being opened a whole lot. They're also just not really being talked about on social media because they're not in the main point of view, or the main light anyway. Investing into them, not the worst opportunity since they're not being talked about. And as it goes for player count, I saw a tweet from Jesus not that long ago about the CSGO player count, pretty much on how it's rising despite the lack of updates we have seen this past year. CSGO peaked at 1.3 million players over the weekend, the highest number since April 2021. Minimal updates plus no operation plus no new skins plus no big tournaments equal the best numbers in almost 2 years. And he says, dead game clown emoji, which that's kind of frowning and joking upon the people who say CSGO is dying or is dead at this time. It's pretty crazy for that exact reason he said. There's nothing coming to the game. Why are people so interested in this? I would have to assume a lot of it is to do with skins, because as of me playing matchmaking recently, I'm not seeing a whole lot of people playing, at least compared to a couple years ago, just off the top of my head. People are playing, yes, but I think the skins aspect is growing quite a bit. That's why the market's growing so much, is because there's so many new players interested in these microtransactions. As it goes for CSGO updates, people have been expecting one the past few days, especially it being Tuesday today as of me recording this. CSGO has been very active the past weekend or so, which they don't normally do that. They do it usually before an update, so take that with a grain of salt and how you want. With that, there's been no leaks, there's been no rumors or data mines from Gabe Follow or someone like Aquarius. The only thing I would expect to come very soon is some sort of sticker update, specifically removing Rio. I think in the next couple of weeks we'll see it removed. Could have happened tonight, possibly, but I don't know. But I'd be very surprised if something like an operation came out of the blue, but it definitely is possible. Second to last up for today's video is about Rio stickers. These are the least applied major stickers in the past 5 years, which is absolutely insane. Also, some of these capsules and stickers on the market are so low. There are majors from 3 to 5 years ago that have a higher supply on the market, which is crazy to consider. Last up for today's video is concepts and fake stickers for the Blast Paris Major in May are going to be coming out on YouTube and pretty much all social media platforms very soon, so don't get baited by that. What they're going to look like, we don't really know, but I know for a fact they're not going to go back to the blob that IEM Rio was. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.